Hi, I'm Jordan, and I was emotionally and psychologically scarred by the snowpocalypse of 2021. I'm a Texan, and I've grown up in Texas my entire life. I'm actually a fourth generation Texan, which means that when it threatens to snow, I both get thrilled and panicked. The mixture of fear and excitement is just so unreal, and another snowpocalypse is threatening to happen to my city in about 48 hours, maybe 72 tops. But here's the thing, I have to go to work today. So I have a few things that I really want to get, but I don't have time to get them. So we're gonna get all of these things from Amazon. Let's talk about the top 10 essential items that you need for your snowpocalypse, or let's just be honest, when the power grid can't handle how cold it is and it just shuts off for no good reason. And stick with me here because the last item might sound a little bit silly and ridiculous, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. Item number 1, hand warmers. Now this is a 40 pack on Amazon. That might sound like a ridiculous number, but these are things that do not expire. And we're not just talking about this snowpocalypse, because let's be honest, if this is like the third time it's happened in the last 10 years, it's gonna happen again. And also, these things run out of heat eventually. So it's for your hands, your feet, but my personal plan, because I have a tiny dog, is I'm going to use a hand warmer, have a blanket on top, and then have my puppy on top of that. That way it's not too warm for her, but it's keeping her warm if the power goes out and all of a sudden our heating blanket has no power. Number 2, a cozy blanket. Now, if you don't have one, you need one. Because let's be honest, even if the power doesn't go out, we might not have to go to work. We might get to cozy down, watch some Netflix. And even when the power goes out, we still might want to just be cozy by that wonderful, wonderful Bath & Body Works candlelight. We're also gonna need some cozy winter socks because I can vividly remember on the 2021 snowpocalypse, I had finally washed my hair. We had power at that moment because the power came in waves, which means they literally can do something about it and they choose not to, or they choose who gets power and who doesn't get power, which feels very, very President Snow of the Hunger Games, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I finally washed my hair. The power shuts off. I'm mid-combing my hair and I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks when I realize what do I do if I get too cold? What happens? I grew up in Texas. I'm used to extreme heat. I know how to cool myself down. I know how to stay hydrated. I know how to, but extreme cold? I wasn't built for this. I don't have DNA for this. Hand warmers, cozy socks, pile it in, okay? In the heat, there's only so much you can take off. In the cold, we can keep stacking. Let's get serious. A small space heater. That might sound pretty obvious, but like I said, I grew up in Texas. I'm all about the fans. I don't have a space heater, but this one from Amazon, fairly cheap. It's small, which might seem like, what if I need to heat a bigger space? I would recommend getting 2, maybe even 3, but that way it's a small concentrated area so that if the power does go out, you can all kind of snuggle around it. And later on, you can use it in different ways in life. Like if you're one of those people that's an office worker, you can put it underneath your desk for your feet. Okay, candles. These beeswax candles are supposed to last a ridiculous amount of hours, and they're actually kind of cute. I have a bunch of tea light ones, but these are very tiny. Not a whole lot of light is gonna come from this, but these tall candles can go into candlesticks you actually own, or you can actually put them in a vase or a glass and kind of hold them up a little bit. Also, highly recommend putting a paper plate underneath candle drippings so it doesn't ruin your countertop, coffee table, carpet, whatever it is. Speaking of power, a portable charger. That might seem so obvious, but who just doesn't have these things? I just find an outlet, But if the outlets are done and my phone is quickly losing power and I'm so bored and there's so much daylight left, but it's not even real daylight because there's clouds, and portable charger. Now this little guy charges several things at once. He's small, he's light, very impressed. iPhone and Samsung can both go into this. That is really nice. iPads, all the things that you might need for just a little bit more warmth, or hey, that space heater. All right, let's talk about cooking. Not everybody has a gas stove. So for those of you that don't, you need the Pocket Rocket. It just sounds so ridiculous, but that's really the name. This little guy is mostly used for camping and hiking purposes, but it is very durable. It collapses in on itself. It uses butane gas, which is like the little tiny container in pink that you see on the photo, and so nice. It holds up an entire pot so that you can boil water, cook some ramen, maybe have a cute little frying pan and you're making some fried eggs. I mean, there are just so many ways we can have a nice apocalypse. It's dark in winter. I don't know if you guys have really experienced like true darkness, but man, there's only so much daylight in winter. And when that sunset hits, it's so quiet, it's so dark, and it would be really nice to have a lantern. This little guy actually charges in the sun. Now you don't need full sunlight to charge this, but you do need some sort of natural light. So the top is where the solar part is. Put it in a window, on your porch, somewhere that it's going to be able to soak in that energy from the sun so that all throughout the evening, basically after 6 p.m. in my city, you can actually have some light so you can take a shower, if that's still working, or you can like take a washcloth bath or just, read a book by lantern light. I mean, how romantic and delightful is that? Oh my gosh, let's romanticize this snowpocalypse. So like I said, I have dogs, which means they're gonna wanna go outside to go to the bathroom. Huge pro tip here. This is for just if it's icy on the ground, but also if there is a snow cover and your dog has never gone to the bathroom in the snow, they're not gonna wanna do it. I know, because I had to shovel snow in my backyard for my small dog to go to the bathroom in 2021. And even then, she was not pleased. So I recommend putting a beach towel on a big space on the grass so that if it does snow, then all you have to do is lift away that beach towel, and now we've got a huge patch of green for that dog to be like, oh, thank goodness, I recognize all of these smells. This is my yard. I can go, and then run back inside and get cozy again. So for you, you're gonna need a jacket. Now, there are years growing up when I did not even have a winter coat. It just wasn't necessary. And now you just don't know how it's gonna look outside every single day in the winter. So this is a waterproof ski jacket for women and for men. Waterproof, very important. But it's something you can just quickly throw on when you take your dog outside to pee in that small patch of grass, or when you need to peek outside and see if all your other neighbors are struggling just as much as you are. And also a satin lined beanie. That might sound a little bit bougie, but this comes in a pack of 2. A couple different colors, but pack of 2, just 2 black ones. Good for men, good for women. Now I know satin lined might sound a little on the feminine side, but it's actually really soft and slick. And for me, I'm very sensitive. And those like wool beanies or the cotton beanies, my forehead starts to get itchy, okay? It's so nice, it's so soft, and for those of you with wavy/curly hair, much nicer on your hair, and it doesn't like get all staticky and like mess everything up when you take it off. And also, if your head is warm, you are just a little bit warmer. So again, if you lose power, this is something you could wear overnight that wouldn't be too stuffy, and also, hey, protects your hair like a cute little bonnet. I sincerely hope that all of those items have helped, because this bonus item right here, I discovered when I was just searching around for winter preparedness in case I was forgetting anything. It is a weather predictor. It's like a little glass container that holds water in the shape of a cloud and tells you what's going on outside. Like, what? I know it might sound a little bit silly, but this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen that is so cute and so aesthetically pleasing, and it's actually smart. Like, it was created in the early 1900s. I mean, this is so cool. I can't believe it's even on Amazon. So you might not need that for your snowpocalypse, but I just think it's really fun. And toss it in the cart, see if you like it. All of these items that I mentioned are down in the description below. Yes, if you click on a link and make a purchase, I might receive a commission, but if it makes you feel better, that is not really ever happened. Whatever. Enjoy your snowpocalypse. I hope you stay safe, stay warm, and if you are gonna be boiling water, make sure it comes to a full rolling boil for at least 1 solid minute. Catch you on the flippity flip.